good to meet you.
Okay. It's good to meet you too.
Well, this is a fantastic happenance to be speaking with you on this Earth Hour that opens up
Yes.
I believe, the rest of our lives to a new Earth show.
Yes, totally. Like the energy is very strong. There's many things going on in the people's minds. Like I'm seeing everywhere people tuning in to this vision, you know.
Well, on that, the beginning, Susan, perhaps then we could begin by introducing who you are, because I will be recording this for our rebroadcast. So please introduce
Okay.
yourself.
Well, my name is Susan Elsa, and I am an artist, a spiritual person that has just a lot of care for this planet and for humanity. And I do feel that this is the purpose for me being here on this planet right now in this time.
Well, excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So this is your time. So please explain to us what you'd like for us to share with the world.
Well, for me, of course, like from my personal perspective, being also so deeply connected to Michael Jackson, I'm trying to complete the vision that we both share, that we both, work hard for, because you see, like everything that we have here, it might look temporary, but it is not. Like the human soul is basically what finally all this is about, and the planet is a home for the human soul to be here on this journey to learn very important things that we need in our eternal life which God created for us. And so I think that when you look back at the Earth song that he did, and many other songs like We Are the World and Heal the World, you will notice that this is all like throughout his work. He keeps mentioning the same message and the same topic, because he was being very serious about it. And to me, my job is to, repeat his message as long as I have to until the people understood it completely.
Right. Got it. Okay.
And wherever there are questions, I can complete the big picture,
Then the message for this year, it seems, is that it's time for us to actually do a part to heal the earth. But now it means more than just a rhetoric. It actually means that we have to now heal the earth, literally. In 2012, the Mayans had predicted the earth would end. But, of course, time didn't stop. But, Susan, there was a cataclysmic change, because beginning in 2013, our earth is actually entered into what is known as an extinct level event horizon.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning we have a limited amount of time to pay attention to the health of the earth, because Mother Earth is home to all of us. So this is the time that we're focusing right now on creating unity in our global community, to bring people together behind the words and the inspiration of Michael Jackson.
Exactly, and it is not just about what we see, right? It's about all the things that were ignored by society for so long that also are part of this change, including like how we treat each other, what emotional energy we keep creating every day, like if you think about a town and you have half of this town thinking daily negative things, feeling negative emotions, all of this is in the atmosphere. And all of this is part of what was going wrong on this planet, and what is being now changed and corrected and tuned in. You see what I mean?
Right.
Like this is from a spiritual perspective, this is an opportunity in time that is unique, and we just have to take this opportunity if God offers it to us,
Well, sure. It's and I wanted to also let people know that you and I actually met through a new paradigm, a new Bermuda Triangle.
Yes, exactly.
So how does the sacred geometry and sacred because the triangle is part of our sacred geometry, which was, of course, founded in Africa, in Egypt,
Hmm.
and now we're here and we hear so much about the Bermuda Triangle and the negativity of it, but it seems that could actually be a transformational time and place for the whole world to begin healing.
Well, you see, this is an important point because if you think about all these stories that have this negative association regarding the triangle, it's really saying that this planet, like if you say about the triangle that it's the devil's triangle, right? Which is a title that they gave to it, and they made movies about it, and they kept spreading this negative imagery, right? That is exactly what I'm talking about, because this is a negative mind focus. And what you think, you become. What you think, it happens. Like you give it energy, you give energy out, you know. And if you have everyone thinking negative, it's like charging is focusing negative energy on that part of the planet. And because this happens to be a very important like energy center of the planet's body,
Right.
what we're doing is just like showing the truth of nature, because nature isn't negative and nature definitely doesn't belong to the devil. You see what I mean?
Right.
And this planet is a beautiful creation of God, and that is something that has to start in the minds of the people.
Right.
What we're working on the minds of the people, like the consciousness, to change it into a positive perspective.
That's
And
important.
so this is why we're doing this project, like with the Archangel Michael versus the devil at the triangle, to basically transform the triangle. And at the same time, it's a transformation of the consciousness of the people regarding how they think about the planet.
Yes. Yes. Well, that's important for me for several reasons. I've only made one trip outside the United States, and that happened to be to Bermuda. And
Okay.
and while there, I met a fascinating gentleman. His name was Duval Daga Spencer, and 23 years ago, for his son's birth, he created an icon that's become the cultural icon for the entire country of Bermuda. It's an AJ the Little Gombe. But what I've done, Susan, is I've brought it here to the United States, to America, to reconnect ourselves throughout the diaspora. As you understand, the African Union, for the first time in history, is now reaching out to those people that are outside the continent of Africa and saying, well, let's reconnect. But what
That's
none,
good.
but what none of us have done is to give to honor our elders. Those spirits and souls that left Africa but never made it anywhere. I mean,
Hmm.
there's a spiritual gap that we're all not paying attention to, at least in my opinion. And again, it's the closest landmass to that middle passage, our Ma'afa or our own Holocaust, is nearest to Bermuda. So, healing that rift, I think, would help the entire humankind heal itself spiritually. So that's what motivates me to help work with you to make this happen right now.
Of course, because also many, many things that are part of civilization today, worldwide, were invented in Africa. Like Africa is a very important continent in the history of this planet and in the spiritual energy of this planet. And I mean, the truth is the truth, and it was not correct. It was very wrong from a spiritual perspective to just take people from a continent and bring them somewhere else. And there were many things that were done in that time, which were creating also a negative karma. And all of this is being released now, and it's healing. And looking at it, like looking honestly at it, and healing things, changing things, admitting the truth, is something that is going to be part of this healing process.
Exactly. Well, I'm so glad to be a part of the sharing it with you because we have multiple places ways of reaching people. Facebook is a portal. It's a tool, but it's a tool that connects to so many hundreds of millions of people around the world, billions. So
Yeah.
part of what we're doing with our encounter group, and I thank you for accepting my invitation to it, is to pull together a place where we can share these ideas with people that have the same commitment to us. And so just know that you are you're at home. So welcome.
That's good, thank you. Because I think this is very important. Communication, exchanging ideas, talking, this is very important. Like I can tell you from a perspective as a spiritual medium that this is something that every soul needs, in fact. Like when you want to talk about all these souls of people that were taken away from their homes and then they didn't even arrive anywhere, right? We're talking about an injustice, like or traumatic experience, which these souls have gone through. And as a medium, when you help heal these souls and release them so that they can ascend, what you do is simply you listen to them, you talk with them.
Okay.
It's like, and then they feel better because they see there's someone that cares, someone that understands them. They can find their conclusion with what happened, and then they can go into heaven. They can ascend.
Got it. Well, I'm looking.
So acknowledging these things is very important. It's important to talk about it. It's important that we show basically these souls that we still remember them and that we care about them and that we learned something from what happened to them, and it wasn't just a meaningless suffering. You see
Right.
what I mean?
Right. Well, not only do I see what you mean, but it was actually in 1619 that the first kidnapped Africans were brought from Africa, actually from the area in Angola that now is known as the Kwanzaa River area. They were brought to the United States. But what few people know is that it was 3 years earlier in 1616 when they were first brought to Bermuda. So next year, within 12 months of right now, Susan, we'll have that spiritual reawakening, or we have the opportunity to allow ourselves to give importance and appreciation and attention to those spirits for a period of time that is unlike any other time in history. Here we are right now.
Yes, totally. I'm looking forward to it. Because, like for Michael, this was a very important topic too. He'd done so much to bring this to more attention in public. And, well, he was being fought. He was being fought with lots of tabloid lies and interfering manipulations, because there are certain people that we have to convince that that if they join this change, they are part of humanity. We're all part of humanity. Everything is connected. Even like everything on this planet is connected to everything in heaven.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
And so if these few people, if we can make them understand that it is also the best for them to be united with everyone and in peace with everyone, to heal these things, and that everyone is equal, of course, the whole planet will be different already. And this is exactly what the vision is, finally,
Wonderful. Well, now is that time. So again, I'm very excited and motivated to experience it and to acknowledge it and to live through it.
Yes, me too.
Well, now, are there some topics that you would like to cover or share? I do have other appointments and other interviews, but Susan, yours is the most important. So I want to provide you with as much time as you'd like to share whatever you choose.
Well, thank you. I have to think, like there's a lot that we could talk about. I would say that it might be a good idea if we can do something like that in a regular basis.
Okay.
Like for like a particular, not just for the Earth Hour, right? As we
Right.
did today.
Right.
But do this as a start, because it's nice to have an Earth Hour, like, what is it, once a year? But I think that this is not enough focus on these very important topics.
Well, before you go
know?
further, just let me make it very clear to you that what we're doing is using the world's consciousness about Earth Hour to recalibrate the entire attention, because Earth Hour is leading up in our in our order to Earth Day, which is next year, that means next month, April 22nd. But what we're believing, Susan, is that we need to be in touch with Earth every hour of every day. So that's
Exactly.
exactly what we're doing.
Exactly. And I can imagine that, let me think about it. Let me think about it, because for me, this is the first time I'm really doing something like that.
Okay.
I'm usually actually I'm a shy person. I don't really like talking that much. I always feel like everyone is like gonna be like, oh, like, how did you mean that, or I'm better at expressing myself within my art, like in songs or in movies or in paintings. Like, that's how I like to express myself.
Well, let me ask you this then. In the first place, I would like to take it take advantage of your opportunity, but
Yes.
the next time we can include, if you like, we can actually include the video, and we can actually record this and share the video with our audience if you choose. You have that option, but
Okay.
I'm willing to take whatever time you like, as often as you like. You decide and let me know, and then I'll make myself available, and we'll take it from there, Susan.
Okay. Perfect.
Well, in that case, I'm going to end this session of Conversations with Andrew Williams Jr. And today our guest has been Susan Elsa. Is there any website or place you'd like to point people at this time, Susan, or not?
Well, right now, of course, to the EarthShow777.org, where we have the template of the project and the ideas, and anyone can contact us, anyone can contribute, and then we'll add it to this project template page, that where everyone has a public access, and we'll work together internationally on it. Anyone can join.
That's wonderful. That's fantastic. And so what I'll do is just to let people know, we do have, as I mentioned on Facebook, we have a group that Susan's a member of. It's called, actually, it's the Encounter Think Tank. So anyone that's interested can actually go to facebook.com/groups and /Encounter Think Tank, and you can join us there as well.